Hey everybody, Mindset Trend and Trades here, and let's get into a video. So, I haven't been posted in a while, but I just have some inspiration again here to kind of share my thoughts and what's going on in the markets. If you've been with me, Mara is still one of my largest holdings here, and they had an earnings call yesterday, and I thought it was fairly decent. The market's just reacting crazy today. Market makers are trying to wipe people out and get people in. So let's just take an overall look at the stock and how we're doing in comparison with other things as well. So you can see here on the monthly, we've got a green dot, and we haven't had a monthly indication since March of 2024 where it was a sell indication. So it's nice to see here this green arrow with this huge bullish engulfing candle. So what we need to see for this month to make this bullish engulfing candle count is a green candle. It doesn't have to be huge. Just as long as we get a nice green candle close here on the month of May, then this bullish engulfing candle may indicate that that's the bottom, and I'm really hoping it is. Let's move into the weekly here. The weekly, you can see the last two indicators we got were buy signals, which is nice. We are coming up on the HSI, but not too overbought yet. We're still under the 75 level. So you see here we rejected 75, and if we get above 75, then the bulls are in control, and we can see a little bit of a pop. So we're not oversold. We're not quite overbought yet. We're still in the middle. So it looks healthy here. Let's go to the 3-day. The 3-day here, we put in a bearish pattern. You can see yesterday this level was respected at the hop. It came off that and acted as some sort of resistance here. Now, if you look to the left, though, there's not a lot of resistance. There was this swing low here from June of 2025 and the swing low from September 2024. But, I wouldn't think those would be too big. I would have thought that we really had nothing here until we hit this area of around 15, where the upper resistance is around 1650. So if we can break 1375, in my opinion, we'll probably see around $16 and relatively quick as it went straight here. We'll likely see that same move and it'll go straight here. But if we don't get above 1375 and we close below this 1216, you can probably expect to come down to T1. T1 is at 1010, and yeah, it'd be great if this is a bottom structure and we do ignore this pattern, but these patterns usually do play out. So expect that maybe if Bitcoin has some weakness and Bitcoin doesn't stay above $80,000 and it comes down and tests, say, 70,000 again, we likely will see Mara down to $10.10. Another reason we could see Mara down to $10.10 is because yesterday on the earnings call, they kind of said they have this huge new power plant in development, and it doesn't close until the second half of this year, and they won't announce any tenants until that's closed. So we probably don't hear any announcement of tenants until Q3, probably Q4. I'm guessing maybe October, November is when we finally get the bullish catalyst that we're waiting for in Mara. So there's lots of time here until the end of the year in October where we can see this come back down to 1010. Bitcoin, comes down. Usually, also, if you believe in the 4-year cycle, the bottom of the 4-year cycle is around October, November of this year. So, always got to be aware of those things. So be aware, we definitely could come to 1010 before we see higher prices. But long term, I believe the stock is truly undervalued, and I think it'll go much higher. Let's take a look at the daily. Daily showing kind of the same back pattern here. So you can see we want it. We can reject this pattern. We just have to stay above this 1216 long enough travel sideways, and we'll keep a close eye on that. Here on the 4-hour, we got this dot, an arrow indicating that it was a little overbought. So we're kind of in the middle of a range here, I'd say. Yeah, there's no real indications there. We got this 1 hour, okay. On the 1 hour here, you can see this deep crab, and before that, this bat pattern here. It got up to T1 and it never came down to hit the XA to go to T2. That's another thing where this bat's not completed yet because it hasn't got to T1, T2. Where now it could come down back to this XA at 10.36, and that would mean this 1 hour bat would be complete. But we can see that this deep crab up here is being completed. It actually got the symbol here on this T1, T2. So this deep bear crab is a complete pattern now with the T2 money sign. So we should see up from here. Which would be good. And you can see, yeah, when it put in the T2 signal here, it was oversold on both these conditions, so that makes sense for a retracement back up. And then I don't really want to look too closely here at the 15 or the 10 minute, but yeah. Anyways, long term, I kind of explained what I think could happen. Big picture, we go to the weekly. I see it's coming at least back to this $20 mark. That's maybe by end of year, after they announce their tenets and they close this Long Ridge power deal. The market's still kind of sleeping on them. There's a lot of negative sentiment, but usually that happens when market makers and people in power want to accumulate something. We've seen that with Hut 8. I can tell you a good story about Hut, where I used to own it. I actually started playing with Hut back in November of 2020, so way back here. But at one point in time, Hut there was bad articles written about it. People said it was going to go bankrupt. They were doing shady things. I think that was around maybe 2024, 2023, and you can see it was trading around $8. And it seemed like it was trading down here forever, and all the other stocks were climbing up, and everyone was losing faith. And then, out of nowhere, once people lose faith in it, look what happens. It's gone straight up since. It's now trading over $100 a share. So it's the exact same business that Mara's in. It's just that this one's been allowed to run. I'd say Mara's right here, and it is right here. Mara's at $12. That's where Hut was a year ago at this time, at $12. So Mara, in a year from now, does it look similar? It looks very similar to me. Mara a year from now could be, that's just very similar businesses, very similar market structures. Just my opinion. But yeah, I really think Mara's at a great spot here for someone new to pick up a position. Do your own research. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think if you're holding this stock. And I'm going to try and continue to do more videos as we progress through the markets. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.